Alrighty, the level 58 Goldsmith quest, given to us by Marcel, in this at Eshtame's Aesthetics in Ul'dah, is a Masterclass. Let's go. Ah, there you are, Valkyr. I would share with you some most welcome tidings. Mistress Serendipity has taken a keen interest in our project, so much so that she has offered the Guild's full support to see that your work is realized to the utmost of its potential. To that end, there is someone she would introduce to you, a craftsman known the realm over for his expertise in the crafting of musical instruments. As she tells it, the man is considered a virtuoso in his field, and is eager to lend you his wisdom. He awaits you at the Goldsmiths Guild as we speak. Okay, so we run around the corner to the Goldsmiths Guild. L formation, go. Or L route, actually, is probably more accurate. I never really know. Oh, yeah, I have noticed that before. This Lalafell has like this step stool to get up to his work desk. Here's Serendipity, as sweet as ever. Mercy, I was wondering when you'd show up. As you've doubtless heard from Marcel, we have a very special guest here today. Why, none other than my master, the incomparable Colbernu. Charlie O.L. Bravo E.R. Nancy O.U. X-Ray. Colbernu. That's him standing just over there. Doesn't he just exude an aura of consummate skill and mastery? Why, jewelry wrought by his hand has captured the hearts of the highest of Ul'dah society since years before you or I even picked up a hammer. These days he wanders the realm. I don't see him yet, but devoting his efforts to the crafting of musical devices, orchestrions, music boxes, and the like. The music box he created for and dedicated to the songstress of Ul'dah is considered his greatest masterpiece, and one of the greatest goldsmithing accomplishments of our era. But why are you standing here listening to me when you could be picking the brain of a true artist regarding your commission? Go on, don't be shy. Oh, there he is. Colbernu is Elizin, male, as described. Facial features, they're Elizin. I don't know if they have longer lives than the rest of us, as elves do in a lot of mythologies or other folklores or fantasy universes. But I mean, he doesn't look older than his 30s. But I don't know. Cutscene. Ah, you must be the one of whom Sarah spoke. I am Colbernu. I hear you are working on a music box, and a rather ambitious one at that. Tell me this, what material do you intend to use for the teeth? I explained something to him. Hard silver, an intriguing choice. Years ago, when I sought to create a music box worthy of the voice of my muse, I arrived at the self-same material. In my experience, the greatest clarity of sound can be achieved by pairing hard silver teeth with an Aurum Regis cylinder. I'm just going to grab this in case there's not a better thumbnail. Mind you, this is easier said than done. Crafting the cylinder demands precision and accuracy that will test even the most accomplished goldsmith. I suggest you try your hand at fashioning one ahead of time. Worry not, for the product of your efforts will not go to waste. It just so happens that these cylinders are also quite useful in the upkeep of mammoths. Why, I just overheard Sarah mentioning that she could use one. When you are finished, why not pass it along to her? Seriously, he looks like he's 30. 30s, I've not made one of these. By the way, I finally finished all the gear, the level 60 crafting gear. I got this, don't ask me how, because I honestly have no idea, but I got a chimerical felt turban of crafting, HQ. I didn't make it. I received it as an award for something. Reward, award, whatever. So that was nice. And then I crafted all this stuff. I like the look, It's okay that it's not a skirt, that doesn't bother me at all. I just like the look. It's cool. So I had no reason to glamour any of it. And I will be adding all of these pieces as glamour when they are surpassed by whatever I make next. The only things I have left to do are the, well, depending on which of these 7 crafts we're talking about, it could, it's, well, no, that's not right. I think they're all offhand. Hold on, let me just look. I have a list. So, goldsmith, carpenter, alchemist, armorer, blacksmith, and all offhand, so that's 5. Apparently I still need to make a main hand for weaver. I'm actually kind of confused by that, so let's just go through this. So, alch has... Yeah, okay, so that can be improved. It's pretty good. The titanium mortar is good, but I can make the next thing, I guess. We were just on goldsmith. I definitely need an offhand. Armor, I know I made the main hand. I could make it the offhand for sure. Blacksmith, I made the main hand. I need the offhand. Carpenter, made the main hand. Need the offhand. Leatherworker, made the main hand. Made the offhand. That is why I don't see leatherworker on my list. That makes sense now. Thank you. I just hadn't done the... And yeah, apparently I made the birch spinning wheel, the offhand for weaver, but I did not make the needle. So, I'll be doing that eventually. But, back to this. Aurum Regis Cylinder. It's a level 58 quest, so it should be in this 56 to 60 group. I know I have some Aurum stuff. Here it is. It's a 59 craft. Requires cloud mica whetstone, which I know I can make. I got plenty of that stuff. Well, so I'll do this. My gear is high enough that I cannot just start the craft with a muscle memory. It's 35 durability. I go into waste not 2. Got an excellent proc. So this is gonna be way easier than it probably should be. I still think it's going to be beneficial to use an innovation after that, especially because we get rid of the poor debuff, basically. I need 600. I got another proc. Wow, this is lucky. So we're going to cap there with that. And I get 115 progress per regular basic synth for free, like no CP usage. So 115 times 2 is greater than 210. So we're good. That was probably the easiest that'll ever be. And we go back to goldsmithing, right click, Aurum Regis Nugget, crafting method, boom, got all the material. Yeah, material is the right word, I don't know why. 279 is greater than 250, so I cannot start with a muscle memory, so there's no better way to start this than a waste not 2. We got a proc, so I'll use precise touch, innovation, no proc, so basic touch, standard touch. I need 900. I got a proc. And actually, this is one of the few times I would rather use a Birgot's Blessing over a Precise Touch, because Birgot's will cap us on quality, which saves us both CP and, time if you're doing it quickly enough, if you can figure it out quickly enough. 111 times 2 is not greater than 250. You can either do basic synth 3 times in a row, which is fine. It'll get through the last 15 of the durability because I have waste not 2 active, or veneration and then 2 putt progress. The reason why I would generally choose veneration if you have the CP is it actually saves time, because veneration is like a 1 second off global cooldown kind of thing. So you click it and you'll be able to do basic synth quicker than if you use basic synth and then waited for the next basic synth. So it is faster. So that's the materials, both HQ. And we will use those HQ materials, the Aurum Regis Nugget and the Cloud Mica Whetstone, both HQ. Here we go. Never made this either. This is not a material. I don't know what this is used for, actually. We'll figure that out maybe eventually. But 540 is the total progress needed, so I can actually use muscle memory for 276. If I were to do... So let's see, 200 is 476. I can do... Yeah, I'm just going to get the synthesis almost entirely out of the way. And then just innovation. If I had a proc, I would have used that instead, but... Innovation, basic touch, standard touch. Got a proc. I need 700. and then a little bit of change. Neither of these will get, so yeah, precise touch is the way to go, even though it doesn't get us there. I don't have to HQ this, but I get more experience points if I do, so why not? Boom. Cool. Back to Serendipity here. Actually, let's check it out. Hold on. Is this used for anything? Yes. It is used to make Star Sapphire Music Box and Star Ruby Music Box, which I've learned they're Master Goldsmithing Rank 3 stuff. If you've done any of the collectible stuff, which I recommend you do, because the storylines are kind of fun, actually. Especially the ones in Idleshire that I've done so far. There's 2 different storylines that I think are both entertaining, at least. The one in Ralger's Reach is okay so far. It hasn't been entertaining, but it's been an okay story. But you get scripts, which you actually... Where are they? Yeah. Which have been useful from time to time, specifically for materials I wanted or needed. I think probably also specifically for more collectible kind of turn-in stuff. But I haven't finished Monago's collectible stuff in Ralger's Reach. I guess I haven't really felt like I needed to. Like there was nothing to be gained from it, but I think that's really all that this cylinder thingy is used for. But here's Serendipity. Master Colburnu. Master Colburnu says you have an Aurum Regis cylinder for me? Oh, mercy, you really didn't have to. Cutscene. And that does it. A new cylinder, just as promised. How are you feeling, Gigi? I didn't know it was for Gigi. I thought it was for somebody else. Nah, Gigi. Get your grubby hands. Gigi? What is this feeling? The energy coursing through my limbs? I am reborn. You are brilliant. Yes, brilliant. All of you. Okay, I'm actually going to grab this instead. Thank you for the praise. My Aurum, whatever, core thingy is awesome. Good heavens, whatever is the matter with poor Gigi? Perhaps the new cylinder doesn't quite agree with him? Worry not, Sarah. Once the cylinder's broken in, he'll be back to the Gigi we know and love to hate. He said that, not me. To give form to that which is formless, and breathe a warm, beating heart into the coldest of metal. These were the words of one I greatly admired, an ideal that I ever aspired to, and one that would guide every stroke of my hammer. Guided by these words, a great goldsmith forged a ring that would seal a bond of eternity between 2 soulmates. Yet another birthed the hearts that would give life to many a mammoth. As for me, the self-same words guided my hand, allowing me to give form to the ethereal melodies of the songstress and the emotions deep in my heart. In you, friend, I feel the sensitivity to aspire to the same ideal, and the skill to achieve it. Promise me that you will spare no effort in creating a piece worthy of 2 who were brought together by the music of my muse. Serendipity gives like a little cheer as well. And we go back to esteem statistics. Marcel, for the turn-in. Valkyr, could it be true? The artisan Mistress Serendipity introduced to you was none other than Master Colburnu himself? Why, what I would not have given to be there with you. You could have been, there's no problem. To give form to that which is formless, and breathe a warm, beating heart into the coldest of metal. These words have guided Esteem's goldsmiths through the years as they gave birth to work after work, of surpassing artistry. If you have truly received Master Colburnu's blessing, then I have no doubt that you and your music box will stand proudly among them. I will be awaiting the finished product with the greatest of interest. And with that, it would seem that our preparations are complete. Neglect not your training, Valkyr. Our client's special day draws nigh, and your skills are soon to be put to their greatest test. 1,113,840 experience points, a measly 570 gil, 240 wind crystals, and a hard silver lapidary hammer, which I'm pretty sure I have a higher level and HQ. Yeah, so I think I have adamantite. All the level 60 stuff, I think the level 60 main hand crafting items are all adamantite, I believe. That's not, I don't know, whatever. And we get an option of materia, which I already have plenty of all these. And they're about to be obsolete when I start making level 61 crafting gear. But I'll take the, no, not CP, control plus 4, whatever. 64, hell yeah. So yeah, for goldsmith specifically, an Aurum Regis texture hammer level 60 is the main thingy who's it. We'll desynth the hard silver one I was just given. Hell yeah, we're gonna get some good gil out of that. These sell not as good as the rank 1, but they're still pretty good. The ever proper Marcel and the generally improper myself bids you farewell. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.